When choosing an SUV, many people wonder, are new energy SUV really softer and more comfortable than traditional fuel SUVs? For the family-use SUV, shall we really need to care about chassis tuning? The truth is simple. You can feel comfort in one drive and one ride, but rely on feel alone isn't our lab test away. So this time, we book an entire professional test track equipped with the high-precision instrument and hardcore procedures, turning subjective feeling into objective reference. For this round, we picked 4 popular luxury SUVs, cover both new energy and fuel models, 5-seat and 6-seat layouts. In the new energy model team, we choose AITO M7 and the AutoLab L8. In the fuel model team, we choose BMW X5 and Porsche Cayenne. In this episode, we will focus purely on comfort and see how these 4 SUVs perform in the area you care about. Since we are talking comfort, let's start with the most common scenario, speed bumps. On the smooth road surface of the test seat, we place one national standard speed bump. All test vehicles pause at a steady 30 km/h. Inside the cabin, we install a vibration sensor and mounted a water cup on the roof to visually capture car movement. Due to variable damping shock absorption and comfort-oriented chassis tuning, the AITO M7 feels soft and gentle over harsh impacts. Nothing suddenly, nothing harsh, just a smooth absorption. The AutoLab L8 has a similar approach for big impact as AITO M7, but its chassis adjusts to road changes less effectively, so more shock still get into the cabin. The rooftop water cup also shows visible shaking. Few SUVs tell a very different story. The tuning of both cars tend to favor handling, so when going over speed bumps, you will feel direct and clean in the car, but definitely less comfortable than the 2 EVs. Finally, there is the most sporty style car, Porsche Cayenne. When driving over speed bumps, the overall impact is transmitted into the car more directly. My feeling is that the road feels clear, like the chassis is glued to the speed bump. At speed, the vertical impact G-force shows a clear split. AITO M7 and the AutoLab L8 are both under 0.8 G with a softer control. Porsche Cayenne and BMW X5 matches the real-world feel very well. The G-force is 0.88 G and 0.948 G respectively. A single speed bump tests how well a car absorbs one big fixed impact, but the Belgian road test represents continuous high-frequency vibrations. This surface comes from Belgium's historical storm-paved road, and it's widely used to proving growth as the benchmark for bad road testing. It clearly reveals how sensitive a suspension is and how effectively it filters repeated bumps. When driving through a continuously damping section, the AutoLab L8's magic carpet suspension does filter a portion of macro bumps. Compared with the thin cushioning, vibration reaching the driver are noticeably reduced. The Cayenne suspension is slightly stiff over high-frequency bumps, and its relatively hard seats transmit vibrations directly. Continuous bumps cause a slight numbness in the fingers when holding the steering wheel, with obvious vibration felt by both driver and passengers. Yet it still delivers the clearest, most intuitive road to feel feedback. BMW X5 is better than the Cayenne, but plenty of fine vibrations still pass into the cabin. With the longest wheelbase here, bottom-end road noise is also more noticeable during the test. AITO M7 shows strong filtering ability again. Looking at both tests together, the M7 is the true all-rounder. Whether it's macro vibrations or large impact, it keeps shock level low and performance consistent. The AutoLab L8 is the impact specialist. It handles big heat like speed bumps remarkably well, with G-forces second only to the AITO M7. It is clear signs of its comfort-first suspension philosophy. The BMW X5 smooths out rough surface extremely well, as shown on the Belgian road test. But when it comes to speed bump, it delivers the highest G-force and strongest impact, revealing how its suspension reacts very differently to low-frequency versus high-frequency bumps. The Cayenne's G-force 4 ranks mid to lower across both tests, which aligns perfectly with its sport-oriented chassis tuning and overall produce positioning. Besides bumps and rough roads, there is another comfort factor that often gets overlooked: braking. Search motion sickness on the internet and you will find a pattern. Most complaints come from the stop-and-go city traffic, beyond the driver's braking technique. A car's deceleration smoothness and how its regenerative braking blinds in play a huge role in whether passengers feel sick. To replicate these scenarios, we ran a full SUVs on the test track, with professional drivers under the same mode. All four show some degree of nose-diving and braking. The two fuel SUVs, with their sportier and stiffer setups, had a similar pitch movement. The two EVs are heavier and turned for comfort, so nose dive was more noticeable. And for the AITO M7, the Newton's cardio in the cabin clearly showed the larger pitch amplitude. The AITO M7 is noticeably different from the AITO M8. Slow motion comparison shows the M7 surprised the pitch much better. There is a less excessive body movement, and thanks to its comfort braking 2.0 system, which coordinates brake force with adaptive damping to stabilize the chassis during deceleration. To remove variables like different suspension setups, we then tested the same M7 with the system on and off. With comfort braking activities, nose dive is significantly reduced, and overall smoothness improves by 91%. Overall, it will make drivers and passengers feel more stable when parking, and significantly improve the comfort for passengers inside the car. To sum up, the brake tuning of BMW X5 and Porsche Cayenne focuses more on handling and sportiness, providing strong braking force during emergency brake and more slight pedal feel. Although the braking performance of the AITO M8 is smooth, there is a slight lack of pitch control during braking, and in the long run, passengers are prone to motion sickness. The comfortable braking function of the AITO M7 can indeed bring the better driving experience in daily driving, especially for the elderly and children. Whether it is the impact over speed bumps, the high-frequency shake on Belgian road tests, or the smoothness during daily braking, all four SUVs show very different comfort signatures. The AITO M7 stands out overall, especially in how well it handles both big impacts and continuous vibrations. The BMW X5 and Porsche Cayenne lean toward sport-oriented tuning, which matches their performance-focused positioning. The AITO M8 falls slightly behind in some tests, but its spacious cabin and intelligent features remain major reasons why many customers prefer it. But the battle between luxury SUVs is never just about comfort. And next, we will continue comparing these four SUVs and dive deeper into their handling performance. When comfort meets control, which one will come out on the top? Please pay attention to our next test video on control, and see you!